All right, so there's Rambo telling you why this squad is so good. Study and
He's had some good teams in his days, too. I mean, you think back like the extravagant days, too. I mean,
oh, yeah, going all the way back.
Yeah, he knows what it takes.
So he's a national champion. He got second place last year in Black Ops 2. Let's see what they can do fighting for their lives in the group play still. And we're going into game number 3. It's all tied up 1 apiece. This one, the swing game. Fwiz, when it comes to Blitz, Rambo's definitely one of my favorite players to watch. So sneaky as he's going for that objective. But who from TEC do you think we should keep an eye out for?
Mello, yeah? I mean, like, this whole team, first of all, you don't want to discredit anyone. Wonder's been playing. We've seen Robs have some amazing shots, but I want to keep an eye on Mello.
There's a look at Mello. Let's kick this one off with him.
Mello's pretty calm. He's hanging out, man. I'm ready to see him get fired up, start screaming.
He was pretty cocky on Thursday. And when the players got in, he and I hung out down in the hotel lobby.
He's a cool dude.
And he's telling me, he's like, don't you put me second in this pool. We're winning this pool. Here he is coming out of the gate with the first kill, and he is going to be sprinting. Meanwhile, we got Wonder also on support. Big defensive kill, though, there by Merc.
As we switch over on board with Merc himself, he's off to a good start again. He had that one tough half in domination, and ever since then, he's been playing phenomenal after that first half. Had a big second half in domination, had a great search and destroy game, and look at him playing right now. Picking up a nice kill, taking out Mello, and he's just hanging out here, see if he can rack up some more kills so they can move in. Gonna open the door. Obviously on defense, they always try to keep that door shut. It exposes, it's a very vulnerable opening, and almost able to get the gap there, but stopped short as Robs was able to get a very critical kill, and it looks like TEC is setting up to get a capture of their own.
Yeah, that's Wonder who's behind enemy lines now. I like this route. Rather than just charging straight down, he's going for the top, and he is going to find one. Both teams scoring, so it's 1-1. Wonder on a 5-point spree knows that they got to set up for defense, but look at this. They're going to continue to press forward. Now it's Robs' turn to try and score.
Robs just trying to avoid some fire there, not able to happen. 3 down there, make it 4 as Realize just spawned in. And of course, a cap is going to go down there. Now you got Ray. He's hanging out here. I wonder if he even goes into an engagement. Yeah.
He's waiting for that cooldown, and he is going to pick up the 2-piece and more. Give him some points. There's
cool
one.
Cap. I was like, Rambo, get out of there, bro. Cap.
Come on.
Like it's up. Time's up.
Meanwhile, Nameless is saying, hey, you guys got one. I want one of them. Nameless actually already has 2. He's like, I want a 3rd one.
Yeah,
Here he
goes.
He's going
to grab it right there. It does get it. So TEC allowing a couple caps there to happen in quick succession there. So they've got to be able to stop the bleeding here on defense. As Merc is set up too. He gets a kill, and now that cap as well.
Merc
EnVy just taking it away here on Blitz.
Merc is going to watch one go through. He saw that player, knew he couldn't stop it, but he says, guys, just keep trading caps. Right now, Study will go down in the base. Rambo and Merc trying to surge forward.
Blitz is a tough one because, in the game series, you only play it once. So when you look at it as a priority order, you play domination and search and destroy when you're scrimming, right? Since you play those more games. So it's interesting to see how people kind of play Blitz and how their play style comes out. Rambo picks up a 2-piece. Nameless gets the cap and a 4-point lead in favor of EnVy.
Nameless on your screen. Meanwhile, Merc and Rambo doing such a great job slaying so far. Combined 21 and 7. Going trip positive, and Merc continues to add to that feed. Same with Rambo.
Merc here look at that, bro, 14 and 4, my dude, 14 and 4. Merc is like, he must have heard me or something that first half. I was like, all right, boys, trying to come at my neck. I'm gonna show you.
I'm gonna show you what's up.
I'm like, man, now my dude has hit everything in sight there.
Merc trying to stay alive, knows that here comes the TEC surge. There's one player to the left. They're going to leave Nameless to deal with that. Merc's got to lock down this right side.
And, EnVy's just, they're doing the business here. They've hold on to a 5-point lead here, 1:35 seconds left. Realize going to come in the back. Nice cap out of Realize. However, at the same time, EnVy scored on their end, so it's always tough for your team. Just when you think you get a point to kind of chip away at it, the other opponent's caps literally almost in the same second. Now Merc back here, kid. No one's around to stop him. Gets a cap. TEC has to get something back there, play a little bit of defense, or stop some of these pushes.
Merc spotting one up top, knows what's coming. Challenges is
nice
eliminated.
play,
Wonder in position to cap. He will go through. Also got to point out, Realize behind enemy lines, now pushing back Lumber to mess with these spawns. Fwiz, talk to me a little bit about what he's doing here.
Yeah, I mean, there's places on this map where if you hold another spawn, you can essentially force them to spawn in a certain area on the map, and then you can put a player there that can stop that. And what happens is essentially it's really hard to break a spawn trap, and your team continues to cap every 10 seconds at that point. You can do it on both sides of the map here, so it's a hard thing to set up. It's not like easy just to set a team up, but when you do, you get the bonus points from it essentially because your team can keep capping it so you can continue to hold it.
If you guys were watching Caliber earlier in the day, Gunjar showed you how to do it on the opposite side over by the freight cars, but right now, score 5-10. TEC with so many people swarming their base. There's another big kill. Mello answers back on Rambo. Nameless and Merc still on a spree, and I believe Study just went through for his first cap. So Merc, 22-5, has come alive. The captain of Envy really shining, and I love that they transferred captainship to Merc.
Yeah,
it's really paying off now.
No, totally. Like Ray, Ray is a natural leader for the team. Often people confuse when we talk about those attributes that we talk about him as if he's the captain. He's not. Merc is the actual captain for Envy. But Ray is experienced. Although Merc has been playing and been a good player since Modern Warfare 2, Ray's an OG, so they often, when we bring him up, we talk about his leadership.
It's probably my fault.
Even though he's not the captain.
It's probably my fault. I call Rambo the captain all the time because he makes a lot of play calls in S&D.
It's all good, man. Yeah.
But Merc's on a 10 spree. Why not watch the man? Make it 11 spree. Give me another one, Merc.
Man,
Here it is.
It's a pleasure to watch any player that performs against the best players in the world. Think of how many people play Call of Duty, and now you're watching like the best players play against the other best players. It's pretty phenomenal when somebody can run away on a 12, 13, 14 kill streak. Finally cut short there. Not able to get the cap, but Nameless is going to do it in his name.
Yeah, I actually went to the bank once, and the bank teller was saying, man, these guys only get 20 kills per side. You should see me when I game. I was like, that's because you're not playing against anyone.
The best players in the world, I know. Trust me, it's much easier being a critic at home watching these guys than playing against them.
The gun skill is just so raw. Unfortunately, at the start here, Envy, I mean, they're winning some slaying battles, but I'm looking at the mini-map, and TEC, there's so many openings they could use. Instead, they're too focused on defense. 14-5, you need to start putting some points on that board.
Yeah.
There's 4 straight kills and another cap from Nameless now.
I mean, if you think about it, there's like so much time for them to catch up for 10 points. Like, they have plenty of time to get these 10 caps. However, Blitz, when you have such a deficit like this, it really becomes kind of frustrating for a team to get it together and turn it around.
Merc's like, ew, I can't go. My teammate just
and it's not
through.
really fun when you're playing against Merc, who's playing like an absolute machine right now.
He's only plus 20. What do you mean?
Yeah, it's like, it doesn't really help your case when you're trying to come back. And Merc is like literally in the zone right now. I mean, I don't know what you do to knock him out. You kind of just got to wait till next game and hopefully you ice him in between games.
I feel like the MTAR was made for Merc's playstyle too. He is so good at range as well as short range.
I really
Plenty
like
of bullets in this clip.
Oh, jeez.
And Nameless now trying to throw down some defense. Merc's got his back, so does Study. Both players in the kill feed. 3 down for TEC as Nameless is opening the door once again. That means they're going up top. That means more caps are coming in, especially if Nameless can block off this back door.
And you got to give, I mean, Tech is still, they're doing their best right now and continuing to put a lot of pressure. Rob's obviously not having one of his better games here. And again, when you've got someone like Merc that's just putting up huge numbers, it becomes difficult. Even Ray's doing pretty well in the slaying category. We talk about that's not something you necessarily see all the time. So he's doing really well for the squad. And, again, Tech's got time. Like, 2 minutes and 22 seconds left on the clock. They mathematically can get themselves back in this game.
Honestly, I think that's a little too much credit, man. I think Envy is not slowing down. Unless you unplug all 4 controllers, I do not see you coming back on this one.
The probability of Tech winning is probably like 1% at this point. And at this point, they need to do a cap like nonstop.
Well, this is just game 3. It's a best of 5, but I do want to see what's going wrong or what is actually working for a few of these players. Mello on top of that leaderboard at 20-28.
Now they can't.
It's impossible.
Yeah, now it is. That's tough for them. 19-7. That's a brutal beating.
Realize is within 4 kills of going positive, so It's really, Rob's is kind of the X factor here. He seems to be a bit more comfortable switching over to the Vector.
If I'm Rob's, I'm like, I need to get some points right now. I need to pad some stats
90
here.
seconds to look good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Let's
that's all it is at this point. It's pretty much just garbage time.
And Rob's does have a good shot. That's why I'm wondering, like, what went wrong this game? 10 and 23. Here he's in a one-on-one challenge. He's playing a little scared, to be honest.
Yeah, get out there, challenge him. Thank you. You didn't even get the kill. Though he gets taken out, man. Rough game. I think, look, if you're TEC, whatever. You thrashed on domination. You got beat out here on blitz. You kind of just like just swallow it, move forward. That's all you really can do. Obviously, they're a really good team. They can grab another domination, go into search and destroy or something. I mean, they clearly were not ready to play blitz at the level that Envy is, but that's okay. You get it back on domination. Just don't let this game get down on you too much. And then the real question for Envy is, like, if Merc can keep doing what he's doing right now, that's scary, because at least in game number 1, they had a sluggish Merc in the first half that they are not seeing right now. He's plus 20. I mean, that's, like, ridiculous.
Staying consistent all the way through this second round. He's looking to drop the 40 bomb. Nameless hits his 20 mark. Look at that, 360 domination. Merc, though, 37-17, 4 blitz caps in this game. Definitely the MVP of game number 3 for Envy.
I mean, brutal.
Rambo and Nameless trying to pick up some final kills. Rambo says, get out of the way, that's my kill. But there we have it, 21-9, a blowout, a blitz, and the happiness on Envy's face is the relief.
A lot of bromance going on after that. A lot of bromance. Those wins will do it for you, man. I'm telling you. They bring out the bromance real quick.
Did solid. TEC realized, like, dude, what the heck just happened, guys? No, seriously, guys, what happened?
Like, it is bizarre when you see a team do so well slaying in game number 1 in that domination, and then go to another run and gun game type like blitz and then really struggle. I mean, that's
you're like, what changed here? Other than the objective.
I mean, it's a little unusual. I mean, they were losing toe-to-toe gunfights, like if you just look at kills. So they got to kind of figure it out. Here's some of the replays that we saw, and this is the start of Merc just inevitably
just watch that kill feed.
Running through everything. At that point, it's like, okay, this is the Merc that we all know, and he ended up, like, look at this point, he's 11-3. This is when Nameless, and here's where it got really away from TEC. It was kind of like 2-4, whatever. That's pretty decent, but at this point, it was cap after cap after cap in favor of Envy. Even I hear 30 seconds left at 5-10. That game isn't out of control, but all of a sudden, 30 seconds into the second half, they're up 13-5. So that's really that second half. I mean, it got ugly quick.
That's where it got messy. You saw Rob's trying to add some kills at the end, but he really had an off game in the slaying department, trying to step it back up. Game number 4 is going to be next. He's just got to wipe that one from his brain and remember what they did on Octane.
It's a short-term memory thing. It's the truth in this game. You've got to move past it. Envy's got a lot on the line. Both these teams have a lot on the line here in group play as we're going through this day. The reality of getting into the bracket becomes more real to them with each passing game. So a lot is on the line here.
It's going to be tough, man, but, we've had camera crews following this Envy squad all the way leading up to this World Championship. Let's take a minute and hear it from Merc.